Welcome to Billy Review Stuff, where I review stuff. Today I'm looking at the Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire Drowned Viper from Playmates. This was released at the end of last year, and it started to pop up in stores. And I went by my Walmart, and I saw this on the shelf, and I was like, I have to get this like weird giant eel monster. I'm pumped about this. This had where I saw this, I got it, and then I was like, I need to open my Tiamat to mess with it. Because again, both of these are kind of non-traditional monsters, monster shapes, monster forms. Because usually it's like 2 legs, 2 arms, 4 legs, 2 arms, wings, stuff like that for kaiju and stuff. But let's take a look at the back of the box on the Drowned Viper here. Beware hollow earth's lagoons, or prepare to be ambushed by the savage serpentine drowned viper, capable of crushing constriction and jaw-dropping intense bite force. Fully posable and removable head. That's dope. What we got here? Godzilla Real Feel. Yep, we'll see how we get there. Real Feel Kong. One eye. I saw one eye, but I passed on one eye. If I go by Walmart and he's still there, they had 2 of them. If he's still there, I'll pick him up because like I started to mess with my other Playmate Kongs. I'm like, you know what? I do love a monkey. I do love a monkey. So let's get Drowned Viper out of the package and mess around. Drowned Viper out of the package. First thing I thought with this was like, this is a lot sturdier and a lot denser of a figure than Tiamat was. And it seems like they worked between like the tolerance or just the different quality of plastic there had where it just kind of like these joints are a bit tighter. They're still not perfectly tight. They're still not like, you could put it in any pose and hold it up. But I've got this eel-like serpentine monstrosity kind of done up in an upward pose like this, and it's pretty gosh darn good at holding it. I like the sculpt work. I like that it has where I'm okay with like bendy figures and things like that, but I'm glad they didn't kind of like cop out and make this into a bendy figure. I like that it has where it's a big, sturdy, dense eel. This is cool. Now, let's get him off here and take a look at that articulation. Ball joints ahead. So articulation on the Drowned Viper. He has a hinged jaw, and it has where it's hinged and sculpted just right. So it doesn't look goofy when his mouth opens, and I like that. He has a ball joint at the head, which is supposed to be removable. We'll get to that in a second. He has another... So I, in fact, did not remember to do this, but the Drowned Viper head is removable in a sense, like how a car has rolling wheels, and that's a feature. The removable head on the Drowned Viper is the same kind of feature because it's just the ball joint popping out. It's not anything special. The whole thing comes apart like this, which I think if they said that, maybe it would be more believable as a feature, but it's easy to pop off. It's easy to pop back in there. Awesome feature. He has another hinge at the neck area, and all the like hinges, ball joints can go all the way around, obviously. He has another ball joint at like his abdomen. He has a ball joint at his waist. He has a ball joint at, I guess that's the knees on a snake. And then he has a ball joint at the end of his tail. And also, like, everything is sculpted very well. I like the way it looks. I like the paint scheme they did with this. It's very vibrant still. It goes with the movie. And that's really cool to me. So all in all, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ball joints. Am I counting that right? Yeah, I can count. And a hinge. And there's a lot you can do with him. And he does have where he splays out a lot. That's a lot of snake. That's a lot of eel. Because like I just got like this figure over here. Let me set this real quick. Just for a quick. That's a lot of figure for $10. Honestly, this is a lot of plastic. But let's move on to comparisons. Here's Playmates Drowned Viper with Playmates Kong, Scar King, Shimu, Tiamat, a Mythic Legion's Valiant Knight with a Mezco Superman head, just to kind of get that a little bit bigger than 6-inch figure in there. Hayatoy's Godzilla, a Monster Energy drink, and Hayatoy's Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. I think the Godzilla X Kong is supposed to be a little bit bigger, but still, like, this Drowned Viper scales well with the Hiya Toys figures. Like, if you had to be like, hey, what would be the scale of the Hiya Toys Drowned Viper if they made one? Obviously, probably be a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, stuff like that. But I think this would be a good stand-in if you want to do this in a display, play, stuff like that. Do I think you need the Playmates $10 Drowned Viper in your collection? I think for $10, it's a lot of figure. It's very well detailed for $10. There's a lot of like unpainted detail in there. There's a lot of sculpted detail that could be brought out with a black wash if you want to do that. And with a little bit of like, I ended up using poster tack instead of the polyurethane on the joints because like it was so smooth inside those joints, it really wasn't taking so well. So the poster tack, the blue tack, had where it worked best in those, and like now it's like it's pretty gosh darn good at like getting in some upward poses and just holding a pose for at least for a while for photography and stuff like that. You can get it in like its normal poses. They're kind of lower with its normal like joints there, but with a little bit of blue tack, you can really get it up there, really standing like in the comparison shots. And I think it could go with other lines because I had it with like my Mythic Legion there, and I'm like, this would be a great kind of like water serpent there for like Mythic Legions, or again, because it's so crazy looking, it could go with like Cosmic Legions, or it could have where it's just some kind of like out there monster for like your G.I. Joe Classified or Valaverse or anything like that. It has where it's a good sized serpent monster there. So I think this is a definite buy. If you see it in stores, though, because now the movies come out, we're in 2025. This is later in the Godzilla X Kong New Empire line from Playmates. It gets, when you get to those later like releases in those lines, they have where they're lower production, harder to get. So if you see this guy in stores, I'd say grab him. Honestly, if I see another one, I might grab another one because I'm kind of thinking, since most of the ball joints are about the same size, that I could actually extend him out at least one extra joint for a little bit more, posability, more wrapping around there. Because I got him wrapped around Kong right now, and I got him around the shoulder, around the side. I would like to have like maybe one or two more links because that one on the side there has where it's got a lot of bend already sculpted into it, and it has where it'd be good for wrapping around a figure. So heck, if you see two, buy two. But tell me what you think down in the comments below. Please like this video, share it if you can. Tell me what you think of this figure. Did you already pick it up? Are you looking to pick it up? Are you trying to find this guy? Because again, it was just a random happenstance. I saw him. I saw one of him, two of One Eye, and I hope this has more of a production than I think. And honestly, I like this one more than I like Tiamat. And I like Tiamat's colors and brightness, but this figure feels more well done than Tiamat. But again, tell me what you think down below in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.